The Book of Obadiah is found in the Hebrew Bible, and it's a very important and interesting book in the Bible. The funny thing about this book is actually that it's the shortest book of all the Bible books. It has only 21 verses. So if you like to read one Bible book today, the easiest is to read Obadiah because it's only 21 verses long. What's the book telling us about? Obadiah was a prophet in the southern kingdom of Judah. And the name Obadiah means the servant of the Lord. And actually, we don't know anything else about Obadiah or his personal history. We just know that, yes, exactly, he was a servant of the Lord. And he prophesied against the nation of Edom, which was kind of a brother nation of Israel. Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau. They were twin brothers, and Jacob was an ancestor of nation of Israel, and Esau was an ancestor of this nation Edom, which means red actually in Hebrew. And Obadiah means the servant of the Lord. The book was written maybe about 840, 50 before Christ. The date is not sure. But I think the key verse in this book, if you like to put the message of Obadiah in one verse, I think it's this, the last verse, 21. Kingdom shall be the Lord's. Because that's the main idea of Obadiah. Lord is the ruler. He has the ultimate power. Kingdom of God is coming. The nation of Edom was cruel, violent, proud, and arrogant. They didn't care about their brother nation Israel. When enemies attacked Israel, Edom didn't come to help Israel. On the contrary, they actually made attacks to Israel as well. So they did not help Israel at all. And that's why Obadiah was prophesying against Edom. Why Edom was so cruel and proud? One reason was that Edom lived very safely in its habitat of southern part of Negev desert. Its capital city was Petra, Selah in Hebrew, and even nowadays you can visit Petra. It's the very famous tourist attraction nowadays. It's located in a very hilly mountain area, and that's why it's a very safe place to live, because enemies can't attack that kind of place. There is only very narrow canyon going to Petra, and this means you can protect that kind of habitat very easily. So Edom was very self-confident because its habitat was so safe. They didn't care about enemies. They were very safely situated in Petra. It was a wealthy nation, lots of richness in Edom. It had strong allies, and they were quite wise people. The science of Edom was quite famous. So they trusted themselves. They didn't trust God, but they trusted themselves. And that was the reason why Obadiah prophesied against Edom. The doom of God is coming. And exactly as prophesied by Obadiah, destruction of Edom came. It came in several stages. Nabateans expelled Edomies, and the final destruction of Edom happened when the Roman Empire destroyed all the Edomites in the year 70 AD. So Obadiah was his prophecy was a right one. It really happened. So today, what's the message of Obadiah for us today, in this day? I think the message is that God protects Israel and all his people, you and me. God is on our side. God is faithful. What God promises, he keeps it. He gave a prophecy to Obadiah, and the doom of Edom really happened. And in the future, evil forces will be doomed as well. Day of the Lord, as the Bible calls it, is coming. So the future for his people, for us, followers of Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, is bright, because we have better days coming on. God rules the human history. Nations come and go, but God stays eternally, and the kingdom of God is coming. So trust Jesus Christ, the Messiah of Israel. Give your life to him, and he will protect you, and you will be part of his coming kingdom.